Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Main Event Podcast, the only podcast you need for all your weekly
Welcome.
updates, news, information, rumours, and entertainment surrounding the WWE. We are
And
now
news.
and news. We are now at episode 10, a great feat for us, which means it's the seventh podcast in a row without
Triple
fail.
figures.
I'm one of your three hosts, Raza, and joining me are Arif and Imran is back with us after missing out last week. How you guys doing?
Yes, and this week we celebrate my return.
Well, we celebrate a return,
Yeah,
not
Yep.
maybe
we had a
not the
part. We,
one.
we celebrated something last week.
Oh, that last week. Oh, last week was awesome.
Yeah.
Was it?
I did SmackDown and I did
Yeah.
SmackDown and
It's so
Funny
good.
thing is, last week we got some pretty good reviews from fans, feedback from fans,
They're hinting
and I
something.
wasn't on there.
They're hinting something.
I wasn't on there, so
well, I mean, what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is if you really wanted to, you could mute Imran at certain points. We'll put in a little disclaimer on the website, which is www.tme-podcast.com, podcast with a P.
Yep, but now we're only 5 days away from the Royal Rumble, so it's getting a bit more exciting as the road to WrestleMania is about to begin, and we hope to convey that excitement in our podcast each and every week. And of course, we wouldn't be at this stage if it wasn't for the very few avid listeners we have, and the US subscriber on YouTube last week. I read your comment.
for
I
president.
replied. Thank you. And a big thank you to all the fans and friends of the Main Event Podcast on Facebook. Some of the comments and feedback we have received is truly brilliant. And we do appreciate every single one of you for sticking with us, even if the WWE is not your thing. As always, we want to hear from you in any way and every way possible. You can like us on Facebook at The Main Event Podcast, on Twitter at TME Podcast, but we're never active on that. We need to. We hope to very soon. You can send us an email at tmepodcast@gmail.com. Arif is still waiting for your emails.
Just pondering life.
Mm.
Waiting.
And of course, please visit our website, as I've said, www.tme-podcast.com.
Podcast with a P.
For all our latest content and information. That's another thing we need to get active on. But obviously in a couple of months, when we've got a lot more free time, we should have more content up there.
Now, just to clarify, it's not www.tme-podcast.com, podcast with a P, because that wouldn't take you anywhere. It's www.tme-podcast.com.
But the podcast
Pause.
in the website is a P.
It is with a P, yes, not an F.
Yeah. So
Not
please,
podcast.
please do get in touch. We'd love to hear from you more and more as time goes by. And we hope that you stick with us as we continue our journey to become a top or recognizable WWE podcast. As always, I got some good stuff lined up for you today, just like every week. The reviews, the news, and of course, discussions on a wide array of topics. But Imran is back, and that means Arif
I am.
reluctantly hands over the reins once more as Imran brings to you the most enthusiastic SmackDown review you'll probably ever hear.
Yes,
And-
SmackDown is my show. They gave me a show, and out of everything SmackDown. And this week SmackDown opened up with, "Oh, you didn't know?"
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah, because the New Age Outlaws open up SmackDown. And they're in a match. That's not all, actually. There's a bit of change on commentary with JBL and Michael Cole being joined by The Miz.
If we had the New Age Outlaws, Raza would be Billy Gunn.
Yep.
Exactly his nickname.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure, and not because he messes up.
Well, I like the first reason.
Well, the New Age Outlaws faced off against the tag team champions, the Road Brothers, and surprisingly, they beat them after Vicky Guerrero distracted the Road Brothers. Then we got a backstage segment with the best in the world, CM Punk, where he confirms that he will be calling out all three members of the Shield.
Best in the
Then-
world.
Yeah. And then we got a Raw rematch with Rey Mysterio beating Alberto Del Rio by a roll-up. We saw it on Raw. I don't know why we saw it again on SmackDown. But yeah,
Well, wait for Raw for this week because
Ah,
there's some special stuff.
yep. And that match actually ended with Alberto Del Rio attacking Rey Mysterio at the end. And then
He's attacking Batista's friend Marvel.
it was up until this point where I thought SmackDown was awful. It had nothing new, but a lot of Raw replays, a lot of videos, a lot of rematches. But then, yeah, that's better. Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family come out. And Bray Wyatt talks about how he wanted to be powerful like his father. How as a child he wanted to please him, but his father was the one who betrayed him. And
Not to the IRS, man.
no, he actually betrayed Bray Wyatt.
No, but
But
isn't
then
the
when he was
IRS?
down,
No?
when he was sent to walk along with the sheeps, he saw Abigail, and Abigail saved him, and she told him of another who will betray Bray Wyatt.
AJ Lee.
Bray Wyatt.
AJ Lee is that Sister Abigail. Also, the plural of sheep is sheep.
Thank you. Thank you. I will note that down for next week's SmackDown. Yep, and then
I
he
didn't
talks
know
about
what you were saying. I had no idea you even said, what was it, sheeps?
Sheeps.
I had no idea.
yeah, yeah, and then he talks about Brian, how he sacrificed himself in order to be transformed into the creature Abigail said he was supposed to be. And then he finishes off by saying Brian will burn with the Saints. Another backstage segment with CM Punk, but this time he wants the New Age Outlaws to come out with the Shield. He's only asking for trouble. The Funkadactyls have a match against, I have no clue because I just did not bother at this point. But Paul Heyman comes out and on SmackDown as well. And he addresses the Big Show throwing Brock Lesnar. And he says the bit that Brock Lesnar will be on Raw live to address Big Show. Big E Langston beat Fandango. The Real Americans come out and Zeb Coulter, he's in a wheelchair with a neck brace. He struggles to speak. And it's funny stuff by the old man. And then he just comes out basically sporting Brock Lesnar after Big Show attacked him on Raw. The Usos beat the Real Americans. I have no clue why.
Usos are beating everyone.
Yep, everyone.
There's only one of them. That's my theory. Oh, spoiler. It's a mirror. They use a mirror.
Yeah, and then after everything, all the build-up to it, CM Punk finally came out. It was a long night on SmackDown. And he said Triple H is somebody who hides. He hides behind his wife. He hides behind the Shield. And out comes the Shield. They surround him, and suddenly, oh, you didn't know? Out comes and they surround the ring as well. And Kane comes out, runs out. He stops all 5 men from attacking CM Punk. But then CM Punk calls him a sellout suck-up. Kane enters the ring and choke slams CM Punk. That was the end of Raw. SmackDown, sorry.
I think I know the
It
answer
was
to
basically
this.
the end of Raw.
I think I know the answer to this, but do you really want to discuss anything that happened on SmackDown?
Yes,
Not
the
really.
Usos.
The Usos.
Yeah, okay.
The Usos are mirrors. There's only one of them.
Oh God, we're in for
They use mirrors.
we're in for a long afternoon, aren't we, man?
They use mirrors.
Please just get on to Raw because SmackDown hurts my head.
Well, if SmackDown hurts your head, then Raw's going to hurt something else because Raw kicks off with the Authority. And answering the Rumble is on Sunday.
They get good reaction,
So-
don't they? Really, the Authority.
Only because they haven't been there for about 4 weeks. And everyone likes Triple H and nobody likes Stephanie. Triple H welcomes back Batista at the start of the show. No. Interruption swerve, and I thought it would be too good to be true. Orton comes out and gets in the face of Stephanie. Stephanie brings up the WWE Network and Orton's beatdown on Cena Sr. from the previous week. We get the clip that includes Orton punching the blue shirt dude too. And Steph goes on to say that this is a new era. The Authority era? She threatens to fire Orton, but Randy states that it's all Triple H's fault for bringing back Lesnar and Batista. Orton versus Kofi Kingston is made for tonight, probably for the car that Kofi ruined and fell off all those years ago. Batista interrupts now, and he is back, and he looks pretty good, if not a little bit fat, but hey, it's all good. So it's Batista. Please don't let him get on the mic. Please don't let him get on the mic. Please don't let him get on the mic. And it's an Evolution reunion in the ring. Batista poses as Orton and the Authority stand by. Didn't it seem like it took a long time for Batista to finish posing? Like he waited until his music ended and he's still on that rope and he was still posing and everyone was going crazy, and it just seemed like there was no build-up for the night itself. I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It happened at the start of Raw, and there's been a build-up for a good 3-4 weeks now. But I mean, on Raw itself, it just happened straight away, and it was a bit of an anticlimax.
I actually liked it, the way that they kind of had the whole evolution thing going on. That's the
Oh yeah,
reason
of
why
course.
I don't know
Randy
how
Orton,
fans
Batista,
reacted
Triple
to it.
H, and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, I hate Stephanie. Oh, she's
Yeah,
awful.
everyone hates Stephanie.
She
The authorities
took
stand
the
by.
winner.
Yep. Batista kisses the canvas and embraces the authority. He finally gets on the mic as only he and Orton are left in the squared circle. The animal announces that he's back in a really, really bad promo and running to win the Rumble. Headlining WrestleMania is his plan. That's all we see from Batista so far.
So underwhelming.
Or is it?
I thought it was going to be something a lot more exciting, but it really was dull. It was so dull.
We don't really have a definite plan in place for the Rumble. I mean, we'll get onto that in a few moments.
Batista looked good though. You
Anyway,
got to give him that. He looked. Really...
Oh yeah, he did. He always does though.
Yeah.
He always does. I noticed as well later on. I'll mention something slightly later on anyway about his garments. We get told that Brock Lesnar and the Big Show will go face to face later tonight, which is always good because that didn't happen at the Royal Rumble a couple of years ago as well. The Shield take on the Rhodes and Big E in the first match of the night. 6-man tag match. Awesome match, I have to say. The ending comes where Cody Rhodes goes to the disaster kick, but gets Superman punch
That was awesome.
by Roman Reigns.
So
And you know what? That's the first time, and Imran's been telling me to look it up on YouTube and on the internet for the Superman punch, and that's the first time I've actually seen it live. And oh my god,
it takes
looks
skill.
amazing. But that's not
It takes skill to as in.
that's not just the end of the match though. Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't really a Wyatt promo. Sorry, Reza, I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. There's nothing important anyway, so you can carry on.
Reigns hits the Superman punch and then hits Goldust with the spear. Rollins hits the stomp to the head, which sounds as underwhelming as it is, but it looks all right. It looks okay on Big E for the victory. We get a recap of the ended too soon storyline of the year so far. Daniel Bryan comes out. It's unbelievable how over he is. It really is. Bryan announces that he's facing Wyatt at the Rumble, so no Daniel Bryan Rumble win?
Who knows?
Really?
Because I'm sure you can compete in the Rumble as well as having a match, but his name's not on the list. I have anyway, so we'll have to see on Sunday.
Bray interrupts on the Titantron and pulls another creepy promo out of his beard. He says everything that happened from now on, or everything that's going to happen from now on, is on Bryan's head.
Sheeps.
Yeah. No. The
Xavier
pure
Woods-
sheep is sheep, as I've said.
There we go, Reza. Some people. Xavier Woods takes on Fandango. R-Truth keeps calling Cole Michael Snow. I don't understand this reference.
JBL's reference is better. T.I. and Yellow Wolf. Every week is the same one.
Yep.
Him and R-Truth.
Fandango hits a leg drop in quick time to pick up the win. And Emma is shown in the crowd, and she's moving closer and closer to ringside. Sister Abigail. Everyone's Sister Abigail. She's doing some sort of weird witch ritual in the crowd. I don't know what she's doing.
She's dancing.
Yeah,
That's her ritual.
it just looked weird. That's not a dance. That's a
People.
it's an anti-Semitic hand gesture.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Kane gets an earful from Stephanie backstage for chokeslamming at CM Punk on SmackDown. Kane is told to apologize to Punk, so it's off to the ring they go. Out comes Kane to address the WWE Universe. We get that clip that Imran so majestically described at the SmackDown review as Punk comes out to the ring. It's apology time. It's apology time. He doesn't do that. Kane says sorry to Punk. Punk says that he's sorry too and takes Kane out of the ring. And Matt Braddock comes out, our favorite Raw person. Hopefully we'll see Kane versus Matt Braddock at WrestleMania, right? That's what we're all hoping for because that's the way they're going. He announces CM Punk against one member of the New Age Outlaws, and it's Raza. Billy Gunn. Punk wins with the GTS, so Kane announces that Punk will be the number one in the Royal Rumble. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are seen walking into the arena looking like Bane and the Penguin. Lesnar is huge. That's all I've got written down for that bit. Rey Mysterio pops his way out to the ring to face Alberto Del Rio once again. Long match, not bad match at all. Not a
But
bad match at all. For the third time we've seen it this week.
but you know why that match actually happened on Raw because of what was to follow. It was the only.
I have nothing written. Oh no, wait, there we go. Del Rio makes Ray tap with the cross arm breaker, and out comes Batista. And this is the point I wanted to make. Do you know with the Batista bomb? I think his pants were too tight, so he couldn't
Couldn't
sit
sit.
down.
Yeah, I was thinking why he didn't do it, but when you mentioned garments a little earlier on, I thought that's probably got something to do with
Garment.
it.
What a word. Big Show comes out, not while Batista's there, but Batista's gone now. Big Show comes out to go face to face with Lesnar. He does a pitch perfect impression of eat, sleep,
That was good.
conquer, repeat,
That was
as
great.
if Seth Rollins himself had said it. Oh, sorry, no, Heyman. Oh, he was doing an impression of Heyman. Oh, that's awkward. Heyman comes out before Brock Lesnar. This was really weird. This just seemed like it was there to waste time. Didn't really do much for the match, but hey, Lesnar gets bested again. They walk all the way to the ring just to walk back. Lesnar comes out again, flips, and then Show throws him out of the ring. Batista, no, Brock, that's it. That's the guy, because they all look the same now. Brock Lesnar throws a chair, throws some stuff and some things, and generally just leaves and looks like he's bested. So Brock Lesnar to win at the Rumble. Hooray. We get some sort of Divas match involving AJ Lee. Yep, that happened. It's the Wyatts to face the Usos. Usos pick up the win as Daniel Bryan, showing no signs of a concussion. Rosa takes up Ray. Breaking news! Concussion suffered at Raw. Daniel Bryan out of WrestleMania.
What
Yep.
is that me?
No,
Oh.
no, that was Rosa. Randy Orton faces Kofi Kingston. Cena runs into the arena, runs out to ringside, and causes a disqualification as he beats down the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Takes him out into the crowd, beats him up some more. Some poor kid shouts, "Beat it up, Cena!" Oh, poor kid. In a sea full of sharks, this minnow still has hope for his superhero. Orton and Cena continue to fight up to the top of the arena, eventually outside, where John Cena chases Orton down the steps. Orton jumps into a random vehicle and drives off.
That was so weird. The key thing is,
Yeah.
Cena's got more new colours, isn't he? Neon green.
Yes.
Yep.
Lilac,
Notice that.
Ray. No.
No.
Oh. John Cena comes back in and he just looks lost. He doesn't really know what to do. Comes all the way back inside and then no, Brock, no, Ramus, no, oh, CM, no, Daniel, no. Raw ends,
Hmm.
and that was it.
Well, Imran, what would you give SmackDown?
I would actually give SmackDown a 2 out of 5.
I'm only asking you that now because we're not going to touch SmackDown. We're going to discuss Raw.
For another week,
Yes,
for another
Yeah.
week, we're not going to discuss SmackDown. Never again.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're just going to discuss Raw and then I can give his rating. So, both of you, what would you say was if there was, the highlight of the night? Or, considering that does sound difficult because you're not answering, what did you enjoy? What parts of the show did you enjoy?
I tell you the truth, I loved the Bray Wyatt storyline.
Hmm.
Yeah, as in like they could have just had Brian just not saying anything or kind of waiting till like after Royal Rumble to say something, but they actually had him and they've built up that match pretty well. I'm excited till the Royal Rumble for that match now.
Hmm.
I really liked it when all the superstars in the Royal Rumble got in the ring and fought at the end of Raw. Nope,
No.
Nope.
didn't happen.
No.
Yeah, I liked it when something happened with the John Cena and the Randy Orton rivalry. Nope, nothing.
It's weird not seeing Johnson as much as not personally, I don't like his character. It's still weird not seeing him considering he is challenging for the biggest championship in the business.
In about 6 days.
And he was there until the last 5 minutes. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's recovered from his injury.
He was looking after his father, who was in hospital after the Randy Orton attack.
Again.
Again.
I'd
On the
say
other side, America.
there were a few good bits, I'd say, on Raw. Obviously, the opening match, six-man tag was really good. Roman Reigns looked really good. I like the Mae Young tribute. during the show.
Yes,
That
yes.
was
I didn't really pick up on that
yeah,
because obviously we discussed it last
yeah.
week on the show. But
But
yeah,
I like
there was an
Oh,
awesome tribute.
one moment that I did like on Raw was Billy Gunn on commentary.
Billy Gunn
That
was
Billy
was
Gunn
awesome.
was in the
hilarious.
ring. You mean Road Dogg?
Oh, sorry, Road Dogg.
Yeah,
My bad.
yeah. What other good bits were there?
Oh, there was a really cool bit where the Undertaker was revealed to be Sister Abigail.
Oh
No,
yeah, that's
that
pretty
didn't
cool.
happen. Yeah, these
I'd
Raw.
say Raw this week was more cons than pros.
I
Uh,
did like the Kane segment for a while
hmm.
until he didn't do anything.
I'd say definitely the Big Show and Brock Lesnar promo was a bit of what should we do next?
See, this is the problem with Raw right now. You're 6 days away from one of your big four pay-per-views.
Exactly.
You're 6 days away from the Royal Rumble, and you've not hyped up the Rumble match itself to the degree where it's the last thing you think about on Raw. You've hyped up the John Cena Randy Orton match, but how? When it's a singles match unless that's the main event on the Rumble, where it really shouldn't be.
I've got a feeling it will
Then
be.
there was no point. There was no point in highlighting this.
because obviously, like, the winner of the Rumble will face the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So, like, obviously, it's a massive deal. It's a big deal. He will be headlining WrestleMania.
Yep.
Mm.
Obviously, give that match some importance, WWE. You get me?
On Raw, I
It
did,
doesn't-
I did,
yeah,
I did
exactly.
like a bit where they had these little video packages of Royal Rumble stats. I thought that
Oh,
was
they have that every year.
that,
They
that,
just change the
it's
voice.
yeah.
same stats.
It used to be a woman.
It's pretty. I still find it interesting because it only comes around once a year.
12 men entered at number 1. Stephanie McMahon. You thought it was Seth Rollins.
But yeah, as in the biggest, what I was most excited about before watching this Raw was obviously Batista's return. I was a massive fan, but I still think the return fell flat.
Agreed.
I would have been a lot more surprised if I didn't know that he returned at the Rumble. That would have been a lot better. They
I
just
think
spoiled it.
the surprise element was taken away, though, when it got spoiled in general.
Yeah.
I think WWE didn't want it
Mm.
to go down the way it did, but the way they handled it now that the information was out there, because obviously we live in the social media age now. It's not the authority era, it's the internet era. So, I mean, there's not much they could have done, but the way they handled it, once it was out there, was a bit questionable.
So yeah, I'd say my worst parts were the Batista return was not good, the Big Show Brock Lesnar promo, and the ending of Raw I just thought was pointless.
Yeah.
And as
It's quite
I said,
surprising.
the Rumble wasn't hyped enough either.
Yeah, it's quite surprising because if you look at who actually was there, you had John Cena, CM Punk, Randy Orton, but then you had Brock Lesnar, Batista, Triple H finally, came back after 4 weeks out.
Exactly.
You had some huge stars there, but
No
I mean,
Damien Sandow.
Yeah,
To be
no
fair,
Damien Sandow.
he came after Raw went off air. No joke, this is serious.
Oh.
When Raw went off air, Sandow's music hit. He ran down to the ring, got hit by an attitude adjustment, and that's it. There's no match. There's no dark match.
Hallelujah, Michael.
That's all. So Sandow was there. You just didn't see him. I didn't see him. I just read that he was there. They're just saving him, for the Rumble because he's going to have that
of
massive
course.
impact.
Yep.
So yeah. And what would you have give that Raw?
Considering its timing, considering where it is in the calendar year and what pay-per-view it comes before, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5.
What did SmackDown get? 3?
No, 2.
Oh, I was going to say times a lot.
SmackDown always gets a 2 from me.
SmackDown's a constant 2.
They were showing obviously the right to hype up the WWE Network, but the logo, is that going to be the future WWE logo?
I think it's just the network logo for now.
Is that the metal one?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm starting to like it.
Yeah. But who knows? And obviously if you watch Raw, and a big if you watch SmackDown, please let us know what you thought. The email, Arif is on his laptop right now.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Signed in. Refreshing the page as we speak.
Yeah. With
0 emails.
With that, we can
0 emails.
move on to the news.
0 email.
Again, I apologise, the news isn't the most exciting. But as I've said it, but it was announced on Raw last night that CM Punk will be the number 1 entrant in this Sunday's Royal Rumble match. As of today, on Tuesday the 21st, 22 superstars are confirmed for the Royal Rumble match. I doubt the WWE are going to announce 8 more on SmackDown tonight, which will air on Friday. I think the 8 are going to be the surprise. I think you can say, is it safe to say Sheamus will be one of them?
Yes.
Christian?
Sheamus is one.
Christian?
I think we could see Evan Bourne.
Yes.
Evan Bourne. That's 3. Are we counting Christian? Do you think Christian will be a surprise?
I think he will.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling he will.
Okay. Jake the
Dolph
Snake
Ziggler.
Roberts.
Jay the Snake, yeah.
That's 4.
Dolph Ziggler, what's happening with him?
He was.
Dolph is
confirmed?
still concussed.
If he's getting the 1 week additional rest, you never know.
Yeah.
It's tough.
AJ Styles.
Oh, definitely.
RVD.
RVD or Jericho could be one.
Jericho will probably be one.
As much as he denies it, you just can't agree with what he's saying because he probably will be there. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, I doubt it the WWE are going to announce any more on SmackDown. I have a strong feeling the 8 are going to be surprises. If they do announce anyone on SmackDown, you're looking at 2 or 3. The remainder will be surprises. As I've said already, Daniel Bryan is going to face Bray Wyatt, which means, according to backstage sources on Raw, he's been cleared to compete after suffering a serious concussion at Raw last week.
Wow.
He went under more testing before Raw last night, and apparently he's been cleared. So it looks like the Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan match is back on. But what it's worth, there were some people questioning the WWE. They're thinking that they've only brought Daniel Bryan back to compete at the Royal Rumble. Some don't believe he's passed all of his tests.
Maybe he's in a... But then I would have thought being in the Rumble match itself would be less strenuous than being in the ring in a one-on-one match because you don't need to compete that often.
Exactly.
You don't actually need to do that many big moves.
Who knows, maybe he has just genuinely recovered.
Yeah,
But,
maybe.
Yeah, but apparently we're saying it's a serious one. Whether that can happen in a week, who knows? Dolph Ziggler's still not here. Last week, obviously I couldn't tell you this last week because the news came out after we uploaded. But the richest.com, they posted a new article. They were discussing the wealthiest professional wrestlers based on net worth. Some key people who aren't there, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
Oh, of course.
They're not on the list, obviously, because of divorces and excessive spending and all. But there's some good, interesting superstars there. In the top 10, they've counted down. Are you interested in hearing who?
Yep.
At number 10, Mick Foley.
Triple H.
Mick Foley with
Mick Foley.
$15 million.
Author.
That's obviously based on his books as well. Yeah. Number 9, The Undertaker. $16 million, obviously based on his long career, multiple WrestleMania headlining matches as well. Number 8, Shawn Michaels, $17 million.
Hunting show.
And that as well, yeah. And he's had a really long career.
Yep.
And he's always coming back to WWE, so he probably gets a decent paycheck then. Number 7, Chris Jericho, $18 million, TV personality, music, books, quite a long career, understandable. Number 6 is Kurt Angle, $20 million.
TNA pays well.
$20 million, yeah, but that's because of a long career. He's headlined a lot of events, but the Raw, he was the highest paid wrestler in WWE at one point in his career, which I didn't know. I was surprised to read. Number 5, The Big Show, $20 million. Long career, and apparently he saved his money well.
As opposed to what Triple H said.
Yeah, so why did you just pay his mortgage and just say, I'm not going to,
Exactly.
I'll just save it instead.
Exactly.
Number 4, as you said, Triple H, $25 million, long career, headliner, married to Stephanie. Number 3, John Cena, $35 million. I don't think that needs explaining to why.
Well, you went through a divorce, so technically he should have 70. That's how it works, right?
Really?
Double.
Something like that, yeah.
But why does John Cena no pay?
I have no idea.
I hear this everywhere. John Cena no pay. He no pay the workers that come and work on his house. John Cena no pay.
Number 2, Steve Austin, $45 million.
Yep. I think number 1's going to be no surprise.
Quite obvious because he's a major
Curtis
movie star, movie star,
Batista.
headliner, merchandise, TV personality. He's The Rock, $70 million.
17 million. Wow.
70.
What would you do with 17 million? 70?
70, yeah, 70.
Wow. It's a bit more than I thought.
AJ Lee revealed on Twitter a couple of days ago that she has topped Maurice's 212-day reign to become the longest reigning Divas champion to date.
Pourquoi?
In terms of total days between all title reigns, she's still number 4. Maurice is still number 1 because she has 2 title reigns, and that is 261 days. Still got a bit of work left. I think she'll, do it. It's not,
She'll reach
yeah,
it, yeah.
Does that take us past WrestleMania?
that, I don't know. It could be in that month.
Well, 35 days till the next network launch.
And then another month and a bit, so let's call it another 35 for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So
Just before
around
us.
70 days. How long is the current reign?
She's at 212 last
Oh, yeah,
week.
so-
That was last
oh.
week. So,
It could take us to WrestleMania. Interesting match.
yep. The deal to bring Batista back to the company, that was reportedly in the works back in September. The actual deal itself was to be signed in October, but it was interesting because Batista kept saying he's not going to re-sign with the current product. The deal with Ultimate Warrior, that was reportedly finalised a week before Christmas. Not to bring him back, it's just for the Hall of Fame. That was reportedly finalised a week before Christmas. He's negotiating directly with Vince. I don't think he'd have it any other way. But the feeling in the company is that Hulk Hogan will induct Warrior into the Hall of Fame. Not confirmed, but that's the general feeling as of now. According to reports, the match WWE hope to schedule between Goldberg and Ryback WrestleMania 30 is said to be close to dead due to the fact that WWE and Goldberg, they're really far apart on the financial side of this deal. However, sources are saying WWE haven't given up. They're not ruling out a match, but the safest bet would be to not think that match is going to happen.
I mean, if they want a mirror match, just use the Usos.
Yeah, exactly. The infamous mirror. This is something you should believe if you want. I'm not going to say this is true. It's a lie. It happens every single year, but Sting is reportedly in talks with WWE again.
Don't do this to me.
Sting versus Kane. Book it.
Obviously, jumping ship to WWE has always been a massive risk for Sting because you have to understand where he's coming from because you can't guarantee how he's going to be booked and what the creative has with his character. They might just ruin him considering the legacy he's already built. So I think when he left WCW, he said that was a reason he didn't want to join WWE. TNA, on the other hand, they've treated him like, I have no idea, like a god on TNA.
Terrible. He's terrible on TNA.
They've allowed him to work. But they treat him as in because of his status.
Yes.
He can work how he wants, when he wants. He is a marquee attraction. There's no...
Yeah, he's their Undertaker.
Yeah, there's no denying that.
He is, definitely.
He's paid really well. He's got a good relationship with people who run the show. But obviously now the WWE are practically changing the industry with the network and everything. They're probably going to have their most profitable year. That's without a doubt. TNA, I think, if I'm not wrong, are they trying to sell?
They'll be lucky to get to the end of the year.
So TNA, you could say they're in a bit of turmoil financially. And apparently they could go out of business very soon. So if there ever was a time for him to take that leap of faith, I think it would be now.
Yep.
But by the time obviously WrestleMania rolls around, what will be 55, 56? Does he have one more great match left in him? Will that be against the Undertaker? How do we even use him if and when the Undertaker storyline finishes?
He looks like he's in good shape though.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in better shape than the Undertaker.
You wouldn't think he's 55. No way.
Yeah, well,
Not at
if
all.
it doesn't happen now, I don't think it ever will.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, he's gonna make the best payday of his life. Signing with the WWE.
Definitely.
And the real winners would be the fans.
Oh, definitely.
As in, we could have amazing storylines.
That's the only thing WWE are now missing out on. They've practically done everything. They've launched this network. They've obviously changed the business completely. If they can secure Sting to any deal, I think the WWE would have achieved most of his targets they've ever set out. Because he is that good. Moving on, according to WWE sources, the hope for WrestleMania 30 is to have over 75,000 fans to chant yes. They want to set the world record, basically, which could be done.
The only way to do that, make him champion.
The way it's going. Who knows? The idea of Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara match with everyone wearing luchador masks to make that world record, that looks like, it's not happening.
Oh, wow.
Obviously because the original Sin Cara, I think he's gone.
But it's a new Sin Cara, Mago.
Yeah.
Mago.
I don't understand what they're doing with Rey at the minute either. It's just like,
Well, he wanted to leave at one point, so
Yeah.
you can understand why they're just letting him lose everything.
Yeah, I think it's good that he's there because there's no other masked wrestler that can provide the entertainment that Ray has for the last 10 or whatever years.
Yeah.
And you
I
can't...
don't know. On SmackDown, I didn't mention this on SmackDown review, but he did speak. It was only like 1 or 2 sentences, but
Doesn't count.
he still
It doesn't
can't
count. A clip...
Happy birthday to you, Dominic.
A clip on YouTube shows Sheamus and Divas champion AJ Lee at Wizard World. The key thing that you can pick up from this video, that's on YouTube, just type it in. AJ Lee revealed she was offered a spot on Total Divas but turned it down. Thank God. She turned that down. Finally,
Just typing it in.
Finally, following last night's Raw, the following superstars have been officially announced as the entrants in this year's 30 Superstar Royal Rumble match.
3, 2, 1.
Batista, Alberto Del Rio, Biggie Langston, The Miz, R-Truth, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Rey Mysterio, CM Punk, who is the number 1 entrant, Fandango, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, they're in, Wade Barrett, Zack Ryder, Curtis Axel, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, which is unfair because of the mirror, so they're taking up 2 spots.
Exactly.
And of course, everyone's favourite, Damien Sandow. That makes up 22. And as we've said, expect the remaining superstars to be surprises or...
returns.
Yeah. Other matches are the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, Randy Orton versus John Cena, a singles match between Lesnar and Big Show, another singles match between Bryan and Bray Wyatt, and on the kickoff show you can see the Brotherhood, Goldust and Cody Rhodes defending their Unified Tag Team Championships against the New Age Outlaws. We will get to the predictions on the Royal Rumble pay-per-view a little later in the podcast. And yeah, that's the news, guys. Sorry it's so dry. But that's something you probably get used to now. Nowadays.
Hopefully by next week on the road to WrestleMania,
Hopefully.
we'll get some better news.
No guarantees, but hopefully.
But for now, we're going to move on to the theory of the week. And ladies and gentlemen, this is possibly the most boring theory I've ever had. Because
I thought you were going to say the best one yet.
No,
I didn't expect that.
I mean, what I expected from this week of Raw, and I know I change this every single week, is that at WrestleMania we'll get Randy Orton versus the Royal Rumble winner, Batista, versus John Cena, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, versus Brock Lesnar in a fatal 4-way match. I don't see any other way they can go with this because that fulfills everything that they've said. They've made Lesnar into the number 1 contender. Randy Orton gets a rematch at WrestleMania. Batista wins the Rumble and rightfully claims his place there. And maybe, I don't know, maybe Lesnar wins the Elimination Chamber to get there. It all works well. Then we get Triple H versus Punk and Bryan versus The Undertaker. Book it.
Interesting. Very...
Can we have some decorum, please? I have some bad news.
Yeah, that would be bad news. I wouldn't be happy with
It's
that.
a terrible pay-per-view.
WrestleMania. I wouldn't be happy with that on WrestleMania.
Terrible, right? It would be the worst. But that's the only thing I can see that's going to happen right now because it fulfills every... And obviously we know WWE aren't really people of their word, but it really does fulfill every single criteria. We get the number 1 contender, the self-proclaimed number 1 contender in Brock Lesnar. We get the rematch for Randy Orton when John Cena finally beats him this week. And we get Batista returning and winning the Rumble. And why? Why is this the only thing I can see?
That's true because it fits in so well, but...
I really hope it doesn't happen.
The WWE
It just needs to make sense.
The WWE, if that happens, they will build that as... The selling point will be that it's the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Biggest title match of all time. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do go that way. But the way it's going, with Lesnar is not looking to have an opponent right now.
got the tagline: Beast, Animal, Viper, Superman.
That's perfect. You heard it here first on the Main Event podcast. That's going to be the tagline for that match.
Yeah.
But if you do agree or most likely disagree with Arif's theory of the week, please get in
Don't forget
touch.
Triple H and Punk and Taker Bryan. They're going to happen.
Yeah, they look likely. I think the Triple H and Punk is a set match to happen now. That's almost confirmed.
Yeah.
Book it.
But now, guys, finally, it's time. We're going to celebrate the past year of wrestling by giving out our own awards. Are you ready for it?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Right. Now, we got a few awards that we all kind of... We picked our own nominations, and we're going to discuss, and we're going to pick a winner.
Hopefully come to an agreement.
Yep.
Unlikely, but we'll try.
As long as you both agree with me, I guess we have no problem.
Yeah.
Yep, we're definitely going to have problems. Now, first one, Tag Team of the Year.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but there was one tag team that really stood out for me, and that was the Wyatt family. They debuted this year, well, last year, and they really made a big impact. So they're my nominations.
I'm going to disagree. Although I liked their highly anticipated debut, for me, The Shield are the tag team of the year. They won the titles. They look dominant, and obviously you can see that one of the three men has made so much progress in that group.
And that's obviously what we want to see in a tag team, one of the three being the standout stars. I'm going to disagree with both of you because you both picked groups of three, and that's not really technically a tag team.
Okay,
if you think about
Seth
it.
Rollins and Roman Reigns then, from The Shield, who were tag team champions for quite a while.
Does that mean, Imran, are you picking Luke Harper and Eric Rowan?
Damn.
Well, I'm going to pick the team that beat the Shield to the tag team titles, and the team that are currently the tag team champions, and the team that have had some of the most amazing matches of the year so far. I mean, who would have thought that the returning Goldust would be able to hit leg drops and running sentons and ridiculous moves, and Cody Rhodes with that disaster kick and the crossroad that he pulled off on Seth Rollins to win the title was amazing. If you haven't guessed, I'm picking the Brotherhood themselves, the Rhodes brothers, for the tag team of the year. So
we got three different picks, which probably was expected.
Yep. I see
no,
this to happen quite a few times, and I'm gonna go with the Rhodes brothers. So,
and honestly, I'm gonna change my mind and go with the Road Brothers because they are probably the two competitors that I actually watch in the ring perform in the ring. I love the matches.
Rizzo, what do you think? Not that it really matters.
Not that it matters, yeah,
now.
but I would I'd stick with the Shield, who basically came out from nowhere to make the impact that they did. Whereas it took Goldust, I don't know, 15 years to do what he's doing now.
Hey. Might be a different Goldust under that face paint. You never know.
I don't know, but I just think based on...
Could be Dusty Rhodes himself, brother.
I think what the Shield, well, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns did in such a short amount of time, Goldust, it took him a good 15 years to do it.
Well, tough. The Road Brothers, the Brotherhood, are getting the award for that.
Tag team of the year, Rhodes Brothers.
Way! Now we're going to go on to the match of the year. And I'm going to go with a match that was on, not on SmackDown, not on Raw, not even on a pay-per-view.
Well, to be fair, we didn't expect it to be from SmackDown. So...
It's the only show you're allowed to watch.
Yeah. It's on NXT. It was a Sami Zayn versus Cesaro match. And I thought it was brilliant. The way it ended, the way it finished. That was a match of the year.
Interesting.
I agree. Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with CM Punk and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Very unexpected. I had low expectations based because of Lesnar. I thought he wouldn't be able to hold his own in the ring, but he surprised me more than anyone. He worked really well with CM Punk, and I think
that's because of CM Punk, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's the actual match. That was
of course
so good, and I know you. I'm sure you said you didn't remember that match very well. If you're not seeing it, I'd recommend you go and watch it because for me, that possibly that and the CM Punk and Undertaker match are the two best matches you probably see this year.
Yep.
Now, it's
Yep.
funny you say CM Punk Undertaker because that's my pick for the match of the year. I thought it had everything. It had CM Punk again carrying his opponent, but really, like, it was still just awesome to watch. CM Punk against the Phenom at WrestleMania. It's a shame it wasn't the main event,
The match
but that went to Dwayne.
again. So we've got three different answers. I think
Oh, but I'm willing to yield it to Sami
Sami
Zayn
Zayn.
and Antonio Cesaro. Definitely, I think they
Yeah,
deserve it. Though.
I was gonna say this because obviously when you watch that, there's no way in hell you would think CM Punk was gonna walk out the winner.
Of
The
course,
match itself was good, but the outcome was predictable from the moment
yeah.
that match was announced.
Obviously,
So
overall, the match itself,
I'm
yeah.
happy to give that to Sami Zayn and Antonio Cesaro.
Yep,
All right,
definitely.
great. Great. Now we're going to go on to the douche of the year. And I'm going with Ryback because recently Ryback's been such a douche. He's been a douche on
Ryback.
Twitter, he's been douche in the ring, especially by giving Dolph Ziggler, my favourite Dolph Ziggler, a concussion. Nobody does that, but he gave him a concussion.
He's had such a massive turnaround from being this awesome awesome face to taking out Cena to crying to being a bully to crying to being a bully
Ryback
to being
soul.
weird,
Yeah, Ryback soul.
teaming up with Heyman for a week or a day or whatever it was, and now I don't know what he's doing.
Yep, he wasn't even on Raw and we didn't even miss him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know where you're coming from. I say you're thinking of him as the flop, but I don't see why you'd call him a douche. Obviously his Twitter rants are a bit weird. It's hard to give someone a douche of the year award, man. Arif?
Would you like to go first, Rosa? Because mine isn't as popular as you might think.
How about we just both just said the Miz?
Yep, I would like to agree with you there.
We
Thank
just
you.
give it to the Miz. So the Miz is the douche of the year.
Mrs. Douche
Yes.
of the year.
I would agree with that. The Miz is the douche of the year. Now from the douche of the year to the superstar of the year.
Here we go.
And I think this one person is somebody we all can agree on.
Yeah. I know where this
Are
is
you
going.
thinking who I'm thinking?
Yes.
Should we say it after three?
Yep.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Damian
CM Punk.
Sandow.
Daniel Bryan. What?
Daniel Bryan. Who said
CM
Sandow?
Punk.
Daniel Bryan.
Who said Sandow?
CM Punk.
There's a fourth voice in here. Someone just said Damian Sandow. I
Does
said
that
Bryan.
mean Damian Sandow wins 2-1-1?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no.
No, as in I'd say Bryan. No one's got a reaction like him.
The only reason I'd say Punk is because although, let's be honest, 2013 wasn't his year, and I'm probably going to change my vote to Bryan, I did want to say that Punk, although he had a less than stellar 2013, he was involved in what we can all agree is a couple of the match of the year. The Undertaker CM Punk match for one, the Raw match between John Cena and CM Punk, the SummerSlam match between Punk and Lesnar. I think he still looks awesome in the ring. Fair enough, his promos have got a bit boring because there's not much to do with him at the moment. But honestly, right now, he still pulls off a great match, and that's why I still wanted to put a quick mention in for him. But yeah, I agree. Bryan for the win.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming with CM Punk because, I mean, he started the year off with one of the longest reigns we've ever had as the WWE champion. And that brings me on to actually the next award, the Screwjob of the year. And I think that deservedly goes to The Rock for ending CM Punk's reign.
It was a really, really bad move, I think, by WWE.
Yeah.
But it's not mine.
I think.
I'm going to go with...
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry, no, it's
you
you.
want me
Sorry,
to-
yeah,
No.
you go.
Okay, Heyman turning on Punk. I think we all saw it happen, but no one really wanted it to happen because that was the moment where Punk turned into the face that he is today, which isn't as entertaining as the heel he can be.
So you'd say that's when Punk got boring.
Yeah, for me, that's when he
Fair
got
enough.
boring.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I'd say I think you know what I'm gonna say, but I think
I wonder whose moment.
As in, I don't know why, but I don't know why it happened, sorry. But yeah, for me, I'd say the screw job of the year has to go
What?
to John Cena. Damien Sandow failing to cash in his briefcase.
No way.
But that's my opinion, but I'm happy to agree with him. And I'd say The
Yeah,
Rock ending Punk's reign
agreed.
was a lot worse. Just for that one match at WrestleMania, we didn't even want to see between Cena and The Rock again.
Great. So The Rock screwed CM Punk.
Mm.
And now we're going on to the worst moment of the year. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to say this because we've had so many pointless Raws, so many pointless SmackDowns, so many pointless
Well,
weeks.
SmackDown was pointless.
WWE, yeah,
That doesn't
SmackDown's
count.
awesome. Yeah. So my one award goes to all of them Raws and SmackDowns. That have been pointless.
I go with my last point. The worst moment was Sandow losing his Money in the Bank briefcase. He
Um,
went through so much effort to get a custom made briefcase. It looked
yeah.
so good, and for ratings they had him lose, and I'm quite disappointed.
I still think he has the briefcase somewhere.
Is
He has the real one. Theory of the week, episode 4. Listen to it. My worst moment of the year is basically the entire year for Dolph Ziggler. He went from being Mr. Money in the Bank to one of the biggest, loudest cheers and pops I've ever heard on Raw, where he wins the World Heavyweight Championship from Alberto Del Rio, to being concussed, to not being able to defend it and losing the title, to being placed in random matches with Damien Sandow, to
whoa, whoa,
nothing,
whoa!
and
Let's not.
finally being placed in Jobber City.
Hmm.
Ziggler deserves better. Hashtag
So we've got
trending worldwide.
3 different
Yeah.
answers again, and I am stuck to which one to agree with.
And so am I actually. I do have to say, as much as I was disappointed with the Sandow thing, um, I'm I'm more upset that we don't have a main eventer in the form of Dolph Ziggler. I really like Dolph Ziggler, so he's getting my vote.
And I'm going to vote for Damien Sandow. So Damien Sandow wins. Swerve.
honestly,
Oh,
honestly, alright, well, I think it has got to be Ziggler.
yeah. Okay.
But
I agree.
I don't understand. Did he lose the World Heavyweight Championship because of the concussion, or
He had a concussion. He came back and then he lost
yeah?
it.
But did they make
Um,
him lose because so he'd have to compete as much?
I think so, but he got beaten up quite badly in that match. So I
Mm.
don't know how
And they
like.
continue to let Del Rio kick him in his head, even though
Yes,
it's big, which I don't
that's
understand.
just weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Del Rio's really stiff in
Mm.
general.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Now, for the final award, the best moment of the year, and I tell you the truth, I didn't know what moment to give this award to. So my nomination, well, I'm torn between the two. It's either CM Punk owning The Rock, which I love to see, or Henry's surprise retirement.
That's it. There's got to be it.
Yeah, Henry's surprise retirement.
Good shout. For me, obviously, the Sandown Money in the Bank win,
Oh no,
or
it's so
or
iconic.
or I think the White family's eagerly anticipated debut the night that actually happened. I
Yeah.
thought that was really good.
Mine was Ziggler cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase.
Ooh,
I think that moment, or that Raw in general, was just amazing. It was the Raw after WrestleMania. Ziggler cashes in, wins the title, and everyone goes crazy. AJ's jumping around at ringside. The crowd's going wild. Ziggler just looks like he should and deserves to be there. And it was a sign of better things to come. Unfortunately,
mm.
they didn't. But the moment itself was awesome.
This is tough.
You
It's
know
a
what?
shame
It's
because I
not tough
really
for me.
thought at that point oh we would be announcing Ziggler as the superstar of the year. Not really, not thought because we'd only started the podcast a couple of months later, but
Yeah.
I would have thought that Ziggler would be announced as the superstar of the year. I thought of big things for him, which is a shame, but
Yep. And that's why it's not easy for me to, well, it's not hard for me to change, sorry, because Dolph Ziggler cashing
deserved.
in the
It's,
bank.
it's, I know where you're coming from, but the thing is, you could have done anything on that row and got a good reaction because the crowd is just hyped up.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. I mean, Batista turned on Cena and got the biggest reaction.
But I think
No, but that
Not
cash in was
Batista, sorry,
great.
Ryback. They all look the same.
the cash in, yeah, it was good.
The cash in was great, and nobody other than Dolph Ziggler deserved it. He suited that. He suited the cash in like that.
Yeah, I know, but it'd
that
be
was why
easy
it
for me
was
to
so
pick
good.
that as well. But it would be just as easy for me to say Mark Henry fooled me and the rest of the WWE fans all over the world.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it was
And
very original. Yeah.
and obviously, I think you can rule out the White Family debut. For me, it's got to be between them, and I cannot decide. But obviously, if you two are going for Ziggler, then obviously Ziggler wins. But I won't.
We could have two winners.
Yep.
Two winners for the final award.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Damien Sandow and Dolph Ziggler win.
What?
Yes.
What?
What?
CM Punk Superstar of the Year.
What?
If CM Punk's a superstar of the year, then the moment of the year goes to Damien Sandow.
My name's Mike Tenay, and I just want to say announcer of the year should be Mike Tenay.
Hell no. No, if we're sticking with one, I'm okay with Ziggler getting it then. As much as I loved Henry Swerve,
Yeah, it was still awesome.
Yeah.
It was still awesome.
I think based on that, I don't know why, because big things for Dolph Ziggler were hyped as soon as he won that, and he's gone down. Mark Henry, that was his highlight of the year, and he's just gone down as well.
Yep.
But the Wyatt family, they started at the top, and look what they've created.
Yeah.
They've stayed there.
They've grown. Yeah.
So yeah, there are our awards. If you disagree, then or agree, just let us know in the comments.
But mainly if you disagree.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you probably disagree.
Yeah, everyone's going to say Sandow, but the fact that we've not given him an award, I don't know. But to finish off the podcast this week, the Royal Rumble, 5 days away now. So it is...
No Batista article?
Oh, yes, there is.
There's a Batista. I've been looking forward to this for months.
I was planning this whole thing on Batista, and how did I forget? This is not,
How did you
How did I
forget?
forget?
You forgot.
I don't believe this.
After weeks of planning.
Yeah, this is just like, obviously, Batista Return is probably the biggest news so far of 2014, and I think it's only right if we can not hype up, but predict what will happen for Batista in this year. And not all of these ideas are mine. These are comments I've read, what people would like to see. But obviously, I've just put them all together. There's only 6 of them or 5, but I would appreciate it if you guys would agree or disagree if any of these could happen.
Okay.
First point, at some stage there will be a Batista versus Brock Lesnar match.
Agreed. If not
Disagree.
at WrestleMania, then SummerSlam.
Okay. There will be a match against Triple H.
Ooh.
Disagree.
Yeah, disagree. I don't think it's going to happen now. We've seen it too many times before.
This one was something a lot of people have said. Not a lot of people have agreed with it, but I think it could work. His best or biggest new rival, fresh, will be Sheamus.
Oh, I don't want to
Disagree.
see it. Don't want to see it. It'll happen, but I don't want to see it.
Okay.
I think Sheamus, he'll be a kind of fringe superstar where he'll be not quite a main eventer,
Okay.
be a bit of a mid-carder.
Next thing is almost a given. He'll get injured.
Agreed.
I think
Agreed.
there will be no feud with John Cena.
Disagree.
Really?
The theory of the week said it all.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't want to see it, but it's going to happen.
In 2014.
Fatal 4-way. Book it.
So then the next one, I don't know if you'll agree with it or not, he will win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Disagree.
Sorry,
Yep.
who agreed?
Agreed.
Who agreed? Who disagreed?
I agree.
Disagree.
Who disagreed? Harry?
Disagree.
Any reason?
Who win the unified title?
I said WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
I know what you said. I'm calling it something different.
So you agree?
Maybe.
Okay.
Damn.
But yeah, obviously, as last week's article with Ryback, I couldn't read the entire thing out. That would take quite a while. These are just snippets of what is to come. When and if it's uploaded, we'll let you know, possibly in the upcoming week. But thank you, Ari, for reminding me that I have wrote one. I completely forgot.
Anytime.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
And now to finish off with the Royal Rumble only 5 days away, it's time to give our predictions. I'm not forgetting anything, am I? Nothing.
Nope.
Yes.
Batista article,
Done.
SmackDown.
No.
Done.
No. Let's not even go down that road again. Yeah. It's just time to give our predictions on our website, which obviously you all go on every day. It's your homepage.
Yep. www.tme-podcast.com, podcast with a P.
On one of the pages, I forgot which one it is, honestly, that says a lot. When you scroll down, you can see the results of our TLC predictions, and at the moment, Imran is in the lead. You actually beat myself and Arif to the...
Awesome.
If you want, I can tell you who you voted for.
People can check it out on the website,
They can,
www.tme-podcast.com.
Well, I'll just tell you, Arif,
I'm on the website right now. I'm winning.
Out of 6, Arif, you scored 5. Only because
Oh.
you did not give a valid winner for the main event. You said
What?
it was Randy Orton versus John Cena, but you said somehow Triple H will come down and he'll win.
Oh,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I remember that.
I scored 4, so I'm losing. And
And you gave a valid winner.
yeah, and Imran, you got 6 out of 6. Obviously, we couldn't count the match between Miz and Kofi because they were announced during the night. But based on the match,
I vote Miz. Wait, did Miz win?
you'll never know.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, so Imran is winning. Hopefully that can change. Hopefully I want me to win. But yeah, it's time to give our predictions. Let's start with the kickoff show. WWE World Tag Team Championships, Goldust and Cody Rhodes defending against the New Age Outlaws. We'll start with Arif for once, considering I asked you last.
Brotherhood to win. Cody Rhodes and Goldust.
To return.
Yep.
Imran, I think I know your answer.
Cody Rhodes and
There's
Goldust.
no way in hell they're going to make the New Age Outlaws win, are they?
It's a pre-show as well, so...
So, Rosa, who are you going for?
Oh, the Brotherhood, for sure.
Just making sure it's on record.
The singles match between Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt.
Brian.
Who was that? Arif or Imran?
Ja-
Who said Bryan? Who said Bryan?
Who said Brian?
Alright,
I didn't say Brian.
Imran said Wyatt.
I said Wyatt, and I'm going with Wyatt.
Really? Oh,
Daniel Bryan for me, please.
this is tough. I'm gonna go with, because Imran's got a good record on TLC, I'll go with Wyatt. That's a valid enough reason, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I
of
can do
course
that.
it is.
Another singles match, Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show. Arif.
Lesnar for me, please.
Imran?
This is an easy one, Lesnar.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep. There's no way he's going to lose. Then we have let's go with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Randy Orton defending against John Cena.
Would anyone else like to go first?
I'm going Orton.
Well-
I'm going Orton. I think Orton's going to return.
Have you both gone Orton?
I said,
I don't know. I'm going to go with Orton.
I'm feeling confident now. Now that Imran's
I'm going to go with Cena, just because of my theory of the weekend. It'd be very, very hypocritical of me if I didn't.
and of course,
Even though I don't believe that he's going to win.
and of course the Royal Rumble, which is the trickiest because we know 22 of the 30 competitors. But who do we think is going?
Triple H, he's returning.
Oh, I can put that down. I only accept first answers anyway. So,
Yep, that's why Imran said Triple H.
No, I said The Rock. I said The Rock.
There we go, Triple H, The Rock. Reza, what about you?
I'm thinking I might go with,
No, I'm going to go with Batista. Before you say it, Reza.
yeah, I'm gonna agree. I said it. Was it last week or the week before?
I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. He's not
I'm kidding. Batista, of course, Batista.
Batista. So we
Again,
have,
it goes with the theory of the week.
Yeah.
So I've got to go with it.
So that is. I'm guessing that's the final card unless they announce something on SmackDown, which will probably not happen because
AJ Lee versus Tamina Snuka.
Whatever happens, I think we're gonna go with AJ Lee. We won't write it down, but if there is a match, we'll go AJ Lee.
Yeah.
Agreed. So yeah, they are our predictions. We've all gone for the Brotherhood retaining. Myself and Imran have gone for Bray Wyatt to beat Daniel Bryan. I've went for Daniel Bryan. Clean sweep for Brock Lesnar. Myself and Imran agreed again for Randy Orton to defeat John Cena, who Arif is picking to win. And a clean sweep for the Royal Rumble as well, Dave Batista to walk out as the winner. And on that note, I think we are done for the week.
Yep, that is the show. And just a reminder, guys, we will be back next week same day on a Tuesday
hopefully.
with a lot of fallout from the Royal Rumble, where the
It's gonna be
road to
fun.
WrestleMania will begin.
Looking forward to it. So yeah, please visit the website. Please listen. Please recommend. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. Give my voice a rest now.
Goodbye from me, ladies and gentlemen. I have some bad news. The main event podcast is over.